take advantage of it? And how do I actually prepare myself? What do I need to know? So you cannot just wake up and, straight to your chart without knowing what your Bible is actually going to say. So while we are waiting for people to join in, let's try to get to our Forex factory. And I'd like us to start from yesterday. Let's see what the market did yesterday. All right, then. So please let's confirm that you can all see my screen. All right. Please, if you can see my screen, just, place a chat. All right, good. So we can see yesterday that we had a couple of high impact news from both the AUD, the Eurozone, the USD zone. And I'm sure that a lot of people missed out this particular news by 1:45 yesterday, the ECB press conference, because I know most people enjoy to focus on the USD zone. Well, that's okay. We'll get to see why the market did what it did yesterday. So we can see that, starting from the AUD USD, they actually had some positive news from the zone, and then we can also see that from the USD it came out positive, and we have the ECB press conference, which we're going to be looking at what it was all about. So yesterday we actually saw the dollar. Oh, okay, sorry, let's get to what today. That's for what we're having today. So we could see that by 1:30 we're going to be having Empire State Manufacturing Index, and by 3 p.m. we're going to be having consumer sentiments and also inflation expectations. So, you want to pay attention to this and, consider it in the trades you're going to be taking today, looking at the time. So then we're going to take a look at what the US IDX has actually been doing. We actually saw that the dollar actually rose this morning. It actually jumped overnight after, the US retail sales received a boost from higher gasoline prices, increasing about 0.6 in August, and is still estimated to rise. So we can see that even while we are sleeping, we still have people making money. So we have to make money to that extent that money would make money while we are sleeping. We could see that the dollar actually had a boost yesterday, and this was because they actually had a higher gasoline price, which has actually increased 0.6% and is still estimated to actually rise to 0.2. Definitely, when you see these things, investors will definitely be coming on board. Definitely, for them to actually see how good a particular stock or a particular instrument can do, from at least at this point in time where the world is actually suffering inflation, they are actually interested to see that, okay, this is actually working well. And definitely when people are still estimating it to still have a rise, it's just the way we do our Bitcoin sometimes, yes, we're estimating it to rise, and a lot of people buying, because they want to take advantage. They want to take advantage of that possibility of a 0.2%. So if you look at your USD IDX this morning, you would actually see that it has we actually woke up yesterday with a gap down. And we all know how CPI came out. Yes, let's talk about CPI. So, as best as possible, we were expecting a very volatile CPI, and we could see that the dollar actually did a buy here, and we were expecting it to keep going. However, the retracement came almost immediately, and definitely it was more like a surprise to everyone, because if you've traded CPI before, I'm sure you understand the amount of volatility that we actually have in the market. Now, this is where we keep saying that how much you know is going to earn you really good money. That is, your information is power on this market, because you'd be able to tell that when it was COVID, we had the NFP. The NFP was like the CPI. We were all expecting it, but we forget that the market is a representation of things that is happening in the world. So you want to be aware. You cannot say you want the money in the market and, you are not actually following up on what is happening. That is why I think for me, I would always tell people that you don't have to be a jack of all trades. If you feel that the information is so bulky, you can focus on the ones that, you enjoy trading, so that you're able to take full advantage of it. So now we have, the CPI, and don't forget that CPI is a consumer's price index, which is actually used to, measure inflation. And right now we know that from the USD zone, they've been trying to curb inflation for as best as possible. So it's just action and reaction. We are having an issue, we are combating it. So it is no longer as, I'm not saying that the CPI is no longer volatile, but I'm saying that when you are able to put these two things in place, look at how long we've been trying to battle the particular problem and how have we been going about it. You'd see that at some point, the volatility might actually get compressed. So we're not able to see, the full effects that we were all, expecting as usual. But still, we still have the dollar actually rise this morning. And, definitely, we also see that the Eurozone, as much as they also increased basis points, that is the ECB press conference yesterday. The ECB press conference yesterday actually came in as a hawkish news for investors. You could know that somewhere in June, July, we saw the ECB increase interest rates by about 50% basis points, which instead of giving that positive sentiment, came back to give a negative sentiment. So they decided to go forward, but maybe they decided to go in safer this time and actually increase by 25 basis points. But investors still took it the other way. And this was because they felt that, why are you going lower? Investors love more interest rates. So definitely comparing the strength of the dollar this morning, I would always like to think that markets would always do a retracement to cover up a gap up or a gap down. But so that we can play it safe this morning, I will take a sell below this region. When price is able to break my 23.6 Fibonacci retracement point, and I can take my profits anywhere from there, because I'd like to think that markets will come back to test this particular region before it's able to, probably shoot back up. As much as, things are looking good with the retail sales, let's not forget that a constant increase of interest rate is actually, going to loom the fear of recession. However, as much as the US have been pumping in interest rates, economic indicators are not looking so good anymore. So, should be expecting maybe a bit of retracement. So that is what is happening. But the US dollar has actually happened to be on a 6-week high, which is actually good for them. And so I would actually, if market is actually going to take a buy, I'll take it just above here, just to cover up that particular space that it has actually, that the gap happened, because definitely, but I actually see that, I think that the dollar is actually going to retrace a bit before, we might have the next news on the US dollars. Now, looking at the Euro USD, we could see that it has actually been on quite a low for about a couple of days now, and we could see that it has actually hit a really low, and this is my 30-minute time frame. Let's look at it. Yes, you could see that it's on 1 hour. You see that it has actually hit a support, but you could see that the last time price actually got to that part, it was quite a while. So I would like to see that. I would like to think that as much as, they are still battling with inflation and they're trying to play safe so that they do not go into, because I don't think the Eurozone can actually risk a recession at this point. Things are not looking so well, but I think this instrument will struggle to actually do a retracement as best as possible. So if it's able to break above this particular zone here, that's a support right there, comfortably closes above there. you could just take it to the next tone codes resistance. I don't think that we actually have a news today that maybe would give it a bit of strength. However, if it's going to retrace in this zone for a while, if price is able to break below this candle here, and then you see it's going to retest this verified support or this 0.0 Fibonacci retracement point. So we could actually see it's just, head down here and then maybe test this region or break it, maybe the next time we're having a fundamental. So let's look at USD JPY. As much as USD JPY has, USD has been good, I think JPY is one particular instrument that actually knows how to go head to head with the US dollars when it is ready. So we actually saw a news today, this morning, coming from, the Chinese zone. It is actually not a high impact news, but it actually did increase sentiment towards the yen. So we actually saw the yen, the Australian dollar, and even Switzerland dollar receive a boost after a batch of economic data from China in the Asian morning came in better than expected for some key indicators, providing a real lift in sentiment. So the yuan actually rose over 0.3% against the dollar, and around 7.262 after the release. So it actually boosted sentiment, consumer sentiment for the particular instrument. And I think this is why we also saw the euro fall that low, because as much as they were trying to let everybody know that they were combating, inflation by increasing by 25 basis points, but still trying to remain safe. I actually think that one thing about the euro is that it doesn't have consumer sentiment. So because you see it's actually doing well one time, and then the next time you would actually see it doing something different. So let's with the Chinese yen, we've been able to see that it is actually really, really doing so well. And I think they actually increased their this thing basis points to by about 25, and it also gave rise to consumers, the consumer sentiment. So let's just look at really good place. So we could actually see that against the dollar right now, it is doing so well. Let me look at this on my 15 minutes. Sorry. Then okay, so we can actually see here that you see this was the same gap that actually happened on the US dollars. We actually saw some gaps happen. So definitely we've seen that the market has actually come here to try to recover this gap that has actually happened here. So this is actually a very good high for the yen. So we could see that it has actually created there's a retracement point right here, even before, the proven resistance. So for me, I think that this particular instrument will still try to do a retracement. So I'm going to take a sell for me below this place, and take my profit just before the next retracement point. And as of the buy, I think you can enter an instant buy, and maybe I think it's going to retrace from this point right here. I don't think I see it testing this proven resistance. So from this particular level here, I could take a sell limit and maybe follow it back down. But if you're a safe trader, you could actually take from here and follow it here. So the same thing happened on AUD USD. Like, let's not forget that this particular news this morning actually gave rise to most of your yen and your Australian dollars. So we could see that of this morning at this point, the Australian dollar has actually done its rounds of buy, and we could actually see that a retracement has actually happened. Yeah, we could see that this particular instrument has created a support right here. and we might actually see it maybe buy from here. So I would want to see the end of this candle first. And if my candle is able to break to this point, I will enter a further sell and maybe see try to do a double bottom. However, if it doesn't, I will take a buy at this point and then follow it to okay. All right, so I'm going to take my sell at 0.64527 and take profit at 0.64316. Yes. However, if it actually breaks above here, I'll take my buy at 0.64693 and follow it up to the next resistance. So I think that's what. All right then. So just give me a moment.
All right, everybody. Didn't you just love the voice that Grace here is this morning? That was a beautiful one. Maybe I will also try to just speak with that this thing. But then I beg every Nigerian, make I speak my word, my word. All right, good morning once again. I believe we've been having a wonderful and beautiful time so far, and like you see the voice is sweet. Yeah, Mr. Olumiwa, the voice is sweet, but I just bet my own will be sweeter. All right. Don't be irritated with the baritone. No. You love that soft. She's superb. Yeah, she's superb actually. She's one of our best hands here. Okay. All right. So um let's just continue. All right. Like she said, there's been a kind of good sentiment, a kind of a good rally for the dollar over the past few stuff. Like I would always say, even US index. Let me just show you one thing before we continue. Looking at US index, I know on weekly gains, it has been doing so much well on weekly gains. On weekly, so much, how many weeks now? 1, 2, and it's likely going to end on a weekly gain again this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For how many weeks? He's been having good weekly gains. Good weekly gains. That's so much good. That's so much good for the dollar. And the other thing you would also have as an effect, because I'm going to go straight into the world of commodity, so that we could just take one or two entries there. You will see that a stronger dollar would always cause the price of oil to go higher. But beyond that, judging from the report that came out from the Chinese region today, showing that they had some good data, that gave a kind of renewed hope, because China happens to be the world's largest importer of oil. So it is a good news for the world of oil. It's good news for the world of oil. So you will see that oil continues its rally. Let me go to oil now, and then let's do something there on it. Oil continues a rally and then reaching the highest high that it has ever got to, and at least since November last year. I remember I did say to us, was it 2 days ago or 3 days ago, that the last time we had oil matching up to $90 per barrel was November 2022. I remember in February 2022, when we had the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, we saw oil surge immediately, unbelievably up to $132 per barrel. And before that time, the speculation had been that because oil was around 60-something, $70-something per barrel, experts had begun to say, okay, the possibility of oil climbing up to $90 and possibly to the three-digit mark, which is $100, was very possible. All right. So, but then by the time the war started, we saw it rise, and that was abnormal actually. But bringing down to the normal sense of things, the price of oil only got to $90 per barrel since November 2022. But this time around, it has also crossed that lane and trying to reach the three-digit price. Now, I did say to us the other day that should we have dollar reach $100 per barrel, we might be expecting this particular commodity to fall flat. Now, look at it now. It has hit the ISI so far this year at $94 per barrel, and it has begun to sell this morning. But then I will not be taking this, because whether we like it or not, the sentiment driving this commodity is still very much strong, judging from the fact that two major OPEC Plus nations have decided to engage in a voluntary cut in the supply of oil, and that would continue for the rest of the year. That alone drove this particular commodity even to its high. All right, and now that we are beginning to have a kind of good news from China, it will continue to give boost to the bulls in this market. All right, so but then it is selling now. One should not, because except you want to be, you are a swing trader, but if you are an intraday trader, you should do what the market is doing, make the money. Don't say, like somebody will say, I just love to take sell. I just love to take sell. Don't love to take sell though. If market is buying, don't love to take sell. Just sell and make your money. The most important thing for you is to make money. All right. Okay. So we might look at now, if you want to take entry on this, it has been selling. I wish somebody saw it earlier and then the person took advantage of it. No, so if you are looking at taking advantage of this particular commodity this morning, so you might look at it still selling. I will just I will go below for myself. I will go below the 23.6 fib level here for myself. I'm going to go around this region. Let me put it there. Okay. I'm going to go below the 23.6 fib at around 93.82 for myself. I'll go in at 93.82 for myself and take my profit around the 38.2 fib level. That will be at 93.49. All right. So, but then should it do otherwise? Please, I will keep saying this. There is power in repetition, and redundancy is not always on the negative side. There are times that when we keep repeating a piece of information, it helps to strengthen retention. And I would always say this, that each time we give you entry, there are other possibilities that you can always take advantage of. Now, like I'm saying here now, price may be rejected at the 23.6 fib level, although I may not want to throw that fib retracement level because it's a minor retracement level. So price might easily break that 23.6 fib level. If this had been a 38.2 fib level, I would have said, okay, we may be looking at a kind of possibly a pullback for price. But then, to be or not to be, I'm going to give you an entry for a buy. I'm going to give you a buy stop. Should price trade above 94.32, you can go in for your buy. and then you may have your profit before the verified resistance. And this is expected, like we would always say. When you have an instrument peaking at a new high, you should just expect a kind of fall. You should expect a kind of fall. Okay, I believe we got this for oil. All right, we can continue, right? So for your sell, going at 93.82, and you can have your profit at 93.49. And then for your buy, you can go in around the region of 94.32 and then have your profit at 94.55. Okay, let's look at gold. Let's look at gold. Okay, gold seems to be the perfect picture in converse now. Perfect picture of the health and state of the dollar. And the thing is, like we would always say, now look at the dollar, and it is not every time, look at the dollar. Okay, let me go on daily time frame. All right, 1 minute, please. 1 hour time frame. Okay. So look at the dollar now, and then we saw my screen is not moving. Can you see my screen? Oh my. Hold on 1 minute. Oh my. I thought I had been speaking. Okay, thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Okay, it's okay now. All right. Now, okay. All right. Dollar has been doing so much well, but we saw a gap down. A gap down is a function of a rollover. You understand? It's just a change in contract. Okay. So now we could see that gold has done more of sell these previous weeks than a bullish run. Okay. So, and then anyway, this morning has been a good one for it because it opened on a bullish note and has started running well today. But the possibility is still very much for it to see go up. Okay, let's exercise some patience. We won't jump from one instrument for another. All right. So, Mr. Matthew. So, if you are looking at taking an entry on and let me quickly say this for the US dollar, because what happens to the dollar, it affects gold. Traders, investors are saying that the US Federal Reserve may have come to the end of the continuous hike in interest rate. As a matter of fact, despite the data that showed that inflation is still very much in the economy, and of course, which was responsible for the surge we saw in the previous days, they still believe that they should not have enough headroom to increase interest rates any further. All right, but the reality before us still shows that inflation is still in the economy. And then Jerome Powell has stated his commitment to seeing the inflation reduced to 2% target. Now, if that is the case, I know sentiment is one thing, and then we may eventually see this instrument, talking about US index now, may still go up higher should there be a further hike in interest rate. This is because inflation is still very, very, very heavy in the US economy. Now, should we continue to have a stronger dollar, we still have a weaker gold. We have a weaker gold, all right? But at least this morning, it has been a bullish one for gold. We must look at opportunity to take entries on gold. Let's look at opportunity to take entry on gold. Now, between the 23.6 fib level and that 0% retracement level, we may look out for opportunity to take our trade. At least it's just that today, if you look at it, it has been breaking heights today. Now look at it. It managed to break. Now look at it. It managed to break the 61 point, the 50.0 fib level, and even the major retracement level is broke above it. So the possibility is still very there for it to break above this region, and you may want to go in for a buy stop around price level 1920.55. 1920.55, 1920.55, and then we may also have a take profit before the untested resistance around 1922, or you just push it up for that 1923.06. 1923.06. All right. Now, if you look at my this indicator, I did say to some of us the other day, when I said that you could engage this advanced auto trend channels, these advanced auto trend channel, that you could take advantage of it to make your money today. Now, if you look at this channel here, this channel, the quick flip, this contour up is showing is serving as a dynamic support here that could mitigate against the smooth movement for this sell candle. All right, so we could see it test this trend line and then push up again. You can see it test this trend line and then push up again. So if you are in the market and you are following, you may want to please take an initiative of taking a buy should price test this trend line and then go up all again. So just watch it, just like price touched it. Now, if you look at it, when it tested it here, it went up. This one tested it as well, it went up. So the possibility is very much high that should this current candle test this fifth contour up, you might be looking at a good opportunity for you to take a buy as well should it. Now, I'm giving that to you as an extra jagger, you understand? All right. So if you are looking at going for a sell, okay, if you have not entered an instant sell, you are looking at going for a sell. I'm just going to ask you, because this I'm not going to say you should wait for you to breach 26.6 fib level. That would be a kind of a sort of waste of time. So you might want to look at opportunity to go in for a sell, around 1916.42. 1916.42. You want to go in for a sell around 1916.42. Right, and then follow it all the way down, to that turn code resistance support. I meant to say it's not a support. You may want to follow it all the way down and just take your profit where you feel like you've made enough money. Okay, you can take your profit. All right, so I believe we got that as well. So let's look at D30. Okay, now we saw a gap up in D30. Remember, this is a rollover. It's a rollover, just a change in contract. Just like you changing your address from number 1 to number 10. All right, so it makes no difference. All right, if you were on a sell when you add this gap up, you will see a bigger negative, but then you'll be given a positive rollover. If you so that you will not have been cheated. You understand me? Because this move isn't because my price moved, it was because the contract was changed. All right, okay. So and if you admit on the buy, you see that you made an extra money that you didn't make. So you'll be charged a negative rollover. All right, that we have this information on our listing. Please always check our website. All right, so now aside the fact that we had the gap up, D30 opened on a bullish gun this morning, and courtesy of the recovery in the post-COVID economic situation. My screen is showing. My screen is actually showing. Somebody say my screen is not showing. It is Victoria Kogo. My screen is showing actually. All right. So courtesy of the renewed hope in the recovery of the Chinese economy. All right, China play host. China is actually a major export market for European companies. Okay, please, can anybody else confirm if my screen is not showing? Somebody else can you confirm? Only one person is saying my screen is not showing. Another person? It is showing. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, thank you, everybody. All right. Now, I was saying something. Okay, I said China being a major export market for the European companies is a good one for stocks and shares, because a recovery in the economy shows that there will be a kind of a kind of good demand for European stuffs. All right. And that said, if China also did a kind of cut, did a cut in the liquidity requirement for their local banks, so as to push in more liquidity into their market. But why that is good and it will help for internal recovery of the economy, it may not at the end of the day help Chinese yuan. You understand? Because when we have too much money in circulation, it only encourages more inflation, and that might not be so much good for that particular currency. All right, and that will be a good one for the European guys, because they will be getting it at a cheaper rate. All right. So back to my to D30. Now D30 opened on a bullish run today, and it still looks like going further. And judging from the weakness we saw in euro as well yesterday. Remember, when we have a strong currency, you will most likely have a weaker weaker shares or weaker equity. But should we have a weaker weak currency, we are looking at having a stronger equity, and so that also helped and it has aided the destiny of D30 as well. All right, we may still look at going for a further buy on D30, and I'm looking at going for a buy. Let me go on 30 minutes time frame. So I'll be looking at going for a further buy on this index. Should it cross above the region of 16149.1, 16149.1, 16149.1? Yes, we're going at 16149.1, and then you may look at taking your profit, of course, before the weak resistance, and that will be a good one. That'll be a good one. Okay, as much as we've said this over and over, I should also reiterate it. Traders, please determine your stop loss. Traders, please determine your stop loss. And that's why we always take time at our trainings and our sessions to teach us how to set stop loss and things like that. You understand me? So the essence, is not to spoon feed us. It's to help us see other possibilities in the market. We understand? All right. So is that I'm beginning to speak phonetical. This thing has influenced me. If you enjoy my phonetics, okay. Yeah, if you enjoy it, say hi, I enjoy it. And if your assistant local, okay, no wala. All right, so I said you should go in for your buy at 16149.1, and you may have your TP at 16202.2. All right. All right. So alternatively, should the current candle get rejected as we are seeing at this verified resistance here on 30 minutes time frame, you might want to do something. If you have the mind, an instant sell will be good for you. You will make money before you start buying. Sincerely, believe me. If you enter a sell now, you make some money. If you enter a sell, you make some money before you start buying again. Yeah, that's for those with good scalping skill. If you enter a sell now, you make some money before you start going back up, because it will still go back up actually. You understand? But if you enter a sell now, because if you check it on lower time frame, let me see it on 5 minutes. Let me see it on 5 minutes now. Let me see what it's doing on 5 minutes. Now, see on 5 minutes, you can see what it's doing in the immediate. It's giving a sell signal here on 5 minutes. You understand? So if you take it, you make good money. Well, I wouldn't understand Madam Olufunke what you meant by no volume. No volume. Okay, people can hear me now. All right. So one will make at least some profit on the sell before it continues buying. All right. So now let me go back to and give you the proper sell entry. But whoever has entered the sell, just prepare to make some good profit before it continues on the buy on the bullish gun. All right. So now I just said that as what's it called for those who are fast. All right. Now for my sell entry, I'm going to be looking at going for a sell. I'm going to be looking for going for a sell. Should price trades below 16079.8. 16079.8. 16079.8. I'll look at going in for a sell around this region, and then I might want to take my profit I want to take my profit, yes, at around the price level 16039.9. 16039.9. 16039.9. That region will be an appropriate space for you to just exit the market before price is being mitigated against. All right. Okay, so I believe we got that. Okay, so let's move to US 100. Let's check out US 100. US 100. Now, US 100 has been having some good guns. Has been having some good guns. Apart from the, yesterday we saw a gap up as well. And when we have gap ups, usually we should expect that price will try to do everything possible to do a recovery. You understand? And it's been trying to do a recovery, only that it has not got the chance to do the full recovery. All right, but whatever the case is, and if you look at my automated trend channel, so it is something that you could take advantage of. I actually here now, while it is said, I will look for a buy opportunity on this particular index. I will look out for a buy opportunity on this particular index. I will look out for a buy opportunity on this particular index. I might even do it if you are not risk averse. I will say if you enter a quick buy, it's good for you. Now, that quick buy you will enter does not mean it will give you instant profit immediately. You understand me? But an instant buy will, at the end of the day, give you profit on this particular index. An instant buy will, at the end of the day, give you using my automated trend channel. It should be something that will give you good money if you enter an instant buy. I'm on US 100. US 100. All right. Okay. But if you are the one that say, okay, I want to be so much careful, I'm going to give you a buy stop. I'm going to give you a buy stop at around price level 15687.94. 15687.94. And you may look at taking your profit. You can take your profit as around price level. At around price level 15714.59. At around 15714.59. Oh, D30 is buying you. Let me see D30. Okay. You enter. If you enter, you say relax. I said if you are not risky about enter yourself, that means you get mine. Don't worry. Don't worry. So let it push down small. You will still make your money on sale. Hey, Mr. Delicate George. Relax, sir. All right. So, if you want to be careful, you might then want to go in for your buy on US 100 at 15687.94. And then you are looking at taking a profit at 15714.59. All right. So for your sell entry, alternatively, okay, I'm going to advise now. Should this buy move prosper? I will ask you to please. Well, should price get to the price region without TP for your buy at 15714.59, this region, you might want to prepare yourself for a sell limit from that region. From that region, for your selling from that region. Now, alternatively for your sell entry, alternatively now, you may be prepared to go in for yourself. Should price trade below 15641.56, 15641.56, 15641.56. Right. And then you take your profit, of course, before the 23.6 fib level that you see there, around the price level 15612.93. 15612.93. Okay. I think we can continue. All right. Let's look at our US 30. Let's look at US 30. Indices they've been doing good. As a matter, but this year it has been a better run for them compared to last year. Last year was, you would call it a bearish market for the indices market last year, courtesy the very strong dollar. a very strong dollar. But then it's a good one for them this year, and they've been running so much bullish this year. Okay, now from what we see here today on this one, there is a clear sell signal. You understand that this particular instrument is wants to sell. Now between this horizontally mapped region and the resistance level here, it is enough room for us to take trade this morning. It's enough room for us to take trade this morning. As a matter of fact, if you use good volume, you find out that you are making good money. Let me see it on 30 minutes. Okay, I'm on 30 minutes time frame already. Okay. Oh, no, I just switched. All right. Now, from what we have here, I'm going to ask us to please prepare for a sell limit. Prepare for a sell limit should price trade, and it's the price region here at around 353.35. 353.35. Prepare for a sell limit at 353.35. 353.35. 353.35. Prepare for a sell limit at 353.35. All right. You can look at taking your profit at 352.77. 352.77. Remember, you don't always have to wait for TP before you take your profit. All right, but prepare for your sell limit at 353.35, and look at taking your profit at 352.77. Right, I believe we got that. Okay. Now, alternatively, for your buy entry, now I'm going to give us this now. All right. Hope my lines, the horizontal lines are not too confusing. Let me remove some of them so that we will not get confused. Oh, wonderful. By the way, how many of us were part of the automated trading session yesterday with the general manager? It was a beautiful time. But it was a beautiful time. If you were part of it, can you just say yeah? Can you just signify? Okay, all right, yes, Mr. Yoshino, Mr. Akano. Oh, that was beautiful. It was a wonderful. Okay, I might not give that. You would love to watch it. Okay, just ask your account manager for the recorded stuff. Yes, the person will get it across to you. Just ask your account manager. The person will get it across to you. Yeah, the link. The person will get it across to you. Ask your account manager. All right. So it's a beautiful one. You know, I want to believe she might be on this call. We were having a discussion. You know, I said maybe I've been a kind of Thomas. You know what? You know who Thomas? The allusion to Thomas in the Bible. You know, we always say that Thomas is the unbeliever. You get that Thomas is the unbeliever. That okay, he didn't believe it. You know, I used to have my doubt around what's it called? Trading with bots. I used to have my doubt around it. But then when I saw one of our clients who have up to how many accounts, and he had all of them on bots, $10,000. I said, wow. I said, wow, this is good. And then I saw friends and colleagues also running trades on board. I said, this is beautiful. Why am I being laying back and sitting down? I think I should join the bandwagon. And yesterday was a beautiful one. So you can join the bandwagon. It's a good bandwagon to join, actually. So I said, take your buy entry. I mean, your buy sell limit rather at around price level 353.35, and you can have your profit at 352.77. Now, alternatively, you may want to for your buy entry. Now, I'm going to give you two actually for your buy entry. So I'm going to say, okay, should price trade above, which I'm not expecting it actually. Technically speaking, I'm not expecting it. Should it trade above 35370? 35370, you can go in for your buy stop. 35370 for a buy stop, and then you can let me reduce a bit. Okay, 35361. You can go in for a buy stop at 35361 and take your profit at 35407. However, the current candle, which I expect to be pushed down and become a sell candle, should it trade down to 35227, 277 rather, 352,277. You can set it a buy limit from this region, 35277, and follow it all the way to the resistance level where we have our entry price for the sell limit. You understand now? So I expect this candle to be pushed down once it touches this 35355. I expect it to be pushed down. It's already been pushed down by the bulls, by the BS rather. All right. So should this be pushed down to this 35277, you can go in for a buy, or you set a buy limit around that region and follow it all the way to the next resistance region where we have the 35355, which is our entry price for the sell limit. Hope this is clear. It is not confusing. Hope it is clear. Hope it is clear. Can I continue? All right. So, let's look at our US 2000. Let's look at US 2000. Okay, US 2000, my friend. My friend, that some people don't love trading. I don't know who want to join me. Who want to join me to loving this particular index. And this index is the most profitable of all US indices. I don't know why you people are running from it. Use good volume, make your good money, and smile very well. All right. So use good volume and smile very well. US 2000 is a beautiful instrument. But then let me throw a caution. If you don't have money, don't trade it. Don't, because I'm saying it and you want to trade it. You get. If you don't have money, don't trade it. Don't trade it. All right. If you don't have money, don't trade it. Okay. All right. But it was just said that it will be sent to us. The traded one will be sent to us to our email. In as much as you registered for it, you will be sent to your email. But should you want some just reach your account manager. You understand? All right. So let me advise for all indices instruments. I would always tell you, have $500,000 to trade them. Now you don't have money, have 500K to trade them. It is not the ability to open trade that sustains you. It is the ability to hold trade. You understand? Indices market is volatile. You get. So you will need to hold to be able to hold your trade as well. So let it be an anchor as you journey right through the market. All right. So you need good capital. All right. So for your US 2000, and that this on 15 minutes time frame, this has been trading in between the 23 points. Let me go on 30 minutes time frame and I'll have a better view. Okay. All right. Let me just map out the support and resistance here. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going to be advising us, because this particular it seems to still want to continue on this bearish run. You understand? But I'm going to say you should go in for your sell. Should price trade below 1866. I beg your pardon, 1886.6. 1886.6. Please, I have 1M to trade US 2000. It's good for you. I have 1M to trade US 2000. It's not because you can't trade it with other amounts, but so that you can hold your trade. You understand? I have 1M to trade US 2000. All right. So 1886.6. 1886.6. Can go in for your sell around that region, and then you can looking at taking your profit. You can looking at taking your profit around 1883.9. 1883.9. And now I should also say this: the possibility of the current candle running for further sell is very much. So let me say this, because this is on 30 minutes time frame. It's still big enough. Once you see that the sell candle has fully formed, you understand, especially if you check it on lower time frame, you may want to take advantage and go in for quick entry on sell, go short on it and make your money. You understand me? But then let us let us be careful and then ensure that we apply some risk management to it. For your buy on US 2000, I'm going to look at us going in for a buy at around price level. A minute, please. Okay. So I'm going to look at us going in for a buy. Should price trade above 1890.1, 1890.1, and then let's look at taking our profits. Let's look at taking our profits at around price level, right? 1892.0. You can go in at 1890.1 and take your profit at 1892.0. Go in at 1890.1 and take your profit around 1892.0. Okay. Then let me also consider, somebody asked for GBP USD, and that will be the last one we do, and then we'll call it a day. But has it been a profitable week for us in the market? Has it been a profitable week? How many of us took advantage of the Wednesday move or the Thursday moves? And then for those of you who want to go, if you are too busy, then now this is the new gospel I'm preaching now. While you trade yourself, you have knowledge. You understand? Also put your money and trade using automated using bots. You understand? Trade using it is good. There are times that you don't always have time to watch the market. Let it run for you. You understand? Let it run for you. And when you have time to trade the market, trade yourself as well. You understand me? Let it run for you and also take trades yourself. All right, let me quickly look at GBP USD. GBP USD. All righty. All right. Okay, but we know that GBP has been falling against the dollar. All right. Was it early this week? We had some mixed data from the Great Britain zone, which showed that this particular peer may see experience a kind of further sell, and even the news from the European region, from the ECB also had effect on, even though they have exited the euro, the European Union is still has some effect on this particular currency, and so we saw it come down very well. We saw it come down very well. But then today has been a bullish run for it, and it's good. It's good. So you might want to prepare yourself to go in for a buy. You might want to go in for a buy on GBP USD. Should price trade above 1.24386. 1.24386. You might want to go in for a buy at 1.24386, and please do ensure you take your profit before the 38.2 fib level. Ensure you take your profit before the 38.2 fib level, and which is around this year. Okay, and I think I also need to preach the gospel of patience to some of our traders. Let me preach the gospel of patience to us, that it is not that the immediate moment that you see a negative that you close it. No, don't trade like that. No, it is the natural habit of the market to first disrespect your order before it goes back to respect your order. All right. So don't then let us be always quick to quickly close. Bam, negative. Bam. You understand? Somebody, I once had a client, or was it my client or somebody, a colleague's client, that the individual loss, was it only 900 naira? The fellow was saying, just 900 naira. The fellow was saying, I said, I am losing money. Close it. So for God's sake, 900 naira, for God's sake, out of how much? So let me put the gospel of patience to us, please. Let us always be patient. All right. Okay. And then that is for your buy. Alternatively for your sell entry, okay. Just going for sell. Should price trade below 1.24, 247, 1.24, 247, 1.24, 247, 1.24, 247. All right. And you can look at taking your profit at 1.24, 113, 1.24, 113. I believe it's been a very wonderful and beautiful trading week for all of us. You know, what encourages us is the fact that you give us and share testimonies with us. What encourages us that you let us know, you let us know how you've been faring in the market. What encourages us is to know that you are also trading. We are not a Father Christmas organization. No, I keep saying it. You get, if you don't trade, you are not encouraging us to do it. You understand? If you don't trade, you are not encouraging us to do this. And that's why we do everything to ensure that you do well in the market. We want you to do well and make good profit in the market. That's our encouragement and that's our goal. You understand? So let's ensure we make good money. I think my beautiful colleague has influenced me to start speaking phonetic this morning. I think I'm going to end on that note. If my phonetic is not so phonetic, I beg you just accept it like that. Thank you everybody for having for joining us this morning. So please talk to your capital if you need. I said talk to your capital. Sorry, talk to your account manager if you have any concern. You understand me? So it's a beautiful Friday morning. Let's make the money. It's a wonderful day. Have a very lovely Friday. Thank you, everyone.